Well, good evening and welcome, baseball fans, to another edition of Chinook Baseball here on Chinook Radio. I'm your host, Calvin Johnson, for the third to final time this summer. Get a look at these lineups before we get going, as the Chinooks are taking on the Anchorage Glacier Pilots here at Mulchacy Stadium. Look at the Chinooks lineup as first pitch gets underway, which is pretty cool. Leading off for the Chinooks is Ben Weaver, then Will Kelly, Jack Lawrence, Maddox Ryan, then Ryan Matheson, Ty Beck, Kinsel Plunkett, Patty McCormick, and Alexander Sagne is how this lineup rounds out. Landon Cody will be on the mound for the Chinooks tonight. As that lineup will face off against Keaton Fuller, who's on the mound for the Pilots tonight, a hard-throwing right-hander. Their lineup, the Pilots lineup looks a lot like this. Ben Newton, Ali Camarillo, Caden Kendall, Cole Fontanelli, Thomas McCaffrey, Ty Johnson, Taryn Chiquita, Alex Seguin, Brian Webb, and then Keaton Fuller's on the mound for him. They're defensively, Brian Webb, Alex Seguin, Ali Camarillo, Cole Fontanelli from first to third. Ben Newton, Caden Kendall, and Ty Johnson in the outfield. As their battery mate is Thomas McCaffrey behind the plate, and of course I've mentioned his name about 1,000 times already, Keaton Fuller. First pitch coming your way in just a minute as Pilots finish up their final few warm-up pitches here in the penultimate game of the year between these two squads. Second to last is what penultimate means. I'm going to use that tonight. I'll use it tomorrow or next game as well because they are the names. Big news coming out of New York. Man, am I excited to talk about this. Andrew Benintendi is a New York Yankee. I cannot wait to see that all summer long for the rest of the year. Big pickup from the left side can hit and throw like nobody's business from left. Matt Carpenter can DH finally as well. Thank goodness. We're just about ready to get underway. McCaffrey's throw down as we are ready for the third and final game here at Mulchacy Stadium. I'd love to have a little interaction with everybody in the chat tonight just because, you know, it's going to be a long game. Last time we were here, it was over 4 hours. Chinooks got their last win here and an extra inning affair, a 10-8 final. Boy, that was a fun one. Number 2 hitter in the lineup, Will Kelly, had a grand slam in that game as well. First pitch to Weavers, lifted to left, racing back to left fielder. He looks up. Oh, boy, what a way to start it. It's a leadoff first pitch home run for Ben Weaver. Ben Weaver deposits one over the left field fence, and just like that, one pitch, 1-0 Chinooks. I'm not prepared one bit for this game, and that's one way to get into it. First pitch swinging, Weaver shoots one over the left field fence, and the Chinooks are off and running here early. 1-0, one pitch into the game. I don't know what voice came out of me on that home run. I wasn't prepared for it, whatever. I got a little more energy now that it's 1-0, and now Will Kelly stands in for the left side to see the second pitch of the game. That one swung at and fouled away, 0-1. Boy, a home run for Ben Weaver to start his at-bat. Oh my goodness, it's 1-0 before all the fans are even filing into the seats. 0-1. 0-1's chopped to the ground, foul to the right side. So it's 0-2 now to Will Kelly, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Well, I think Weaver was not going to allow McCaffrey to just kind of lob one in to get ahead 0-1. Opposite field homer on this Wednesday night here at Mulchacy Stadium to begin the ball game. 0-2 waved at and missed, strike 3. So a good bounce back for McCaffrey. Now 1 away, but 1-0 Chinooks. Jack Lawrence stands in, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, and man, has he been swinging a hot bat recently. Had a home run his last time out. And here tonight, during batting practice, because he hits in the group before I do, he was absolutely on a tear, really swinging with authority for one of the first times I've seen him here in a long time. I think that home run kind of sparked something mentally for him to get out and running. 0-1, first pitch called a strike. Here to the 3-hole hitter for the Chinooks. 0-1 upstairs, 1-1. McCaffrey throwing pretty well up there. Hardest I've seen a fastball at least, here in a long time. One ball, one strike. Broken bat up the middle. Is that going to get by Camarillo? The good glove flip, the turn, the throw, the dig at first is good. Got him at first base. Good job there by Brian Webb and Ali Camarillo for that connection for out number 2. Might have been a broken bat as well. Sounds like it might be. Oh boy, Camarillo moving to his left, up the middle, just kind of shoved his glove out there. Got it, spun, got his body set, and the throw was in the dirt and dug out by Brian Webb. So now 2 away, Maddox Ryan stepping in. 3 lefties out of the first 4 batters for the Chinook squad. His first pitch to him is a ball, 1-0. Not everybody was on the All-ABL selections. I actually got to select the All-ABL team, but I can't vote for my own team. 1-0's chopped to the ground over to second base for Seguin. Seguin picks it up, throws on to first for out number 3, so that'll do it here in this inning. But not before Ben Weaver starts the game with some fireworks. It's a 1-0 lead Chinooks have going into the bottom of the first inning. Defensively, we'll get a look here in just a minute. Bottom one about to get ready to get underway here from Mulchacy Stadium. Chinooks up 1-0 after a leadoff homer by Ben Weaver on the first pitch of the game. Defensively, the Chinooks look like this. Ryan Matheson, Kinzel Plunkett on the right side of the infield. On the left side, at shortstop, it's Patty McCormick, and then Jack Lawrence at third base. Left to right in the outfield, left fielder Alexander Saunier. Ben Weaver's in center, the home run hitter, and Will Kelly out in right. Ty Beck's behind the plate with Landon Cody, the Tarleton State Texan, on the mound. Landon, my roommate as well. First pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Ben Newton, the Fresno State Bulldog, the switch-hitting Fresno State Bulldog, looks to strike one, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Landon Cody on the mound with a lead. Ball's upstairs, 1-1. Maddox Ryan's DHing for this squad tonight. Kinzel out at second. Kinzel played second not too long ago here as well. That ball's bunted on the ground to the right side of the mound. Landon Cody up with it, underhand flip to first for out number one. So Newton's bunt attempt is squashed on a 1-3 put out. For the first out of the inning, and that brings up the shortstop, Ali Camarillo. Mentioned earlier, I got to vote on the All-ABL. You can't vote for your own team, and one of the guys I voted for Gold Glove, and he made a good play early on to show it, was Ali Camarillo. So I've got him as my Gold Glove winner. There's a couple of guys on this team I voted for as well. I'll have to pull it up as I go. One's in there for strike one, 0-1. Levante's behind the plate. We all love Levante here. I don't know how you could hate that guy. No balls, one strike. 0-1 home is just off the outside corner, 1-1. Good pitch there by Landon, just doesn't get the call. One ball, one strike. Cuddy with the hold. Turns, kicks, and fires the 1-1 in, which is just off the outside corner to Ty Beck. 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Camarillo flips that one out of play to out back. It's 2-2. Oh my goodness, they hit a moving car. That's unbelievable. Car going down the street behind us gets absolutely drilled by a foul ball. That's something me and Timmy were talking about earlier on this year and just got to see it happen live. I think their windshield might be crushed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That's unbelievable. Ground ball hit over to third. Lawrence picks it up. The throw to first is in plenty of time for out number 2. So Camarillo crushes a window and gets out, and all in the same at-bat. 2 outs here in the inning. 5-3 put out brings up Caden Kendall. Caden Kendall, one of my All-ABL players. A lot of people out here tonight. A lot of fans down that right side. That was actually crazy. 2 outs here in the inning for Caden Kendall. Kendall's been a Chinook killer all summer long. He's hit 3 homers against this squad, 1 to tie the game up in the 9th last time we were here at Mulchacy. He's also had a 2-homer game against this squad. That one's popped up to the left side. Lawrence has a look at it, but it's out of play. 0-2 with 2 gone here in the inning. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the inning. The 0-2's outside, ball 1, 1-2. 1-2's lifted up into right field. Right fielder Kelly racing over. Good play, falling down as he makes the catch. Good job there by Will Kelly to kind of sprawl out to the right, taking his momentum with him for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3, go the Pilots. We head to the top of the second inning. It's 1-0 Chinooks. Top 2, not 2. Ryan Matheson steps in, not Maddox Ryan. Getting ready to start the top of the second inning. Matheson broke out of his cold spell last game with a couple of hits, a single and a double. Hadn't had a hit in 2 weeks up until that game. First pitch to him here in this one's just outside, but called strike 1, 0-1. Matheson was at one point leading the league in average and hits. Just had a cold spell. It happens to everybody. Nothing to worry about. But that game on Monday in Matsu is a good way to kind of break the spell, as that one's chopped off of him. Foul, 0-2 now. Levante with a very emphatic foul ball call behind the plate. So no balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff batter here in the top of the second. 1-0, Chinooks on top. One's upstairs and taken well. It's 1-2. Swung on a miss. Matheson down on strikes for out number 2. So now with an out in the inning, Ty Beck, the catcher, stands in. A lot of people out here in the chat tonight. Good to see everybody. Camera was, for some reason, doing this weird, like, pulsating action. I'm not sure why he was doing that. It seems to be fixed now. So one outside Beck stands in from the left side, looks at strike 1, 0-1. CT, I believe that's Connecticut. Is CT Connecticut? Yeah. Smith, I'm glad you're there from Connecticut. It's just about 11 o'clock your time, a little after 11 o'clock your time. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the inning. Home run by Ben Weaver on the first pitch of the game. That's how this one got started. That one's up and in, 2-1. Third to last game the Chinooks have on the schedule this summer. One more against this Pilot squad here on Friday. Same time, same place. And then Saturday, it'll be a 6 o'clock start at home against the Oilers to round out the season. 2-1's upstairs, making it 3-1. Now here with 1 out in the inning. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That one's chopped on the ground over to third. Third baseman Cole Fontanelli picks it up. Throw on to first is in time, out number 2. So a 5-3 put out. Is how this inning gets started, just in time for Sticks Kinsel Plunkett to stand in. KP playing second base tonight out of Cabrillo College. Just committed to a D2 out there in California. Cali boy staying in California. How could you blame him? 2 outs in the inning. McCaffrey's first pitch to him fouled off to the right, out of play, 0-1. Still kind of getting underway here. Top 2, a lot of baseball left to play. Although it's a hot start indeed for the Chinooks here in this one. So no balls and 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning. As that one swung on and missed, nothing in 2. 0-2 with 2 outs here to the 7 hole in this Chinook lineup. Nothing in 2. Pitch to Kinsel's fouled back. Cody family in the chat tonight. I don't blame y'all. Glenn and Cody having a good start. 1, 2, 3 in the top half with a couple of grounders and a fly out. Well, the final times we'll see Cody on the mound as well. As I believe he'll come in relief on Saturday is what he was saying. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Kinsel Plunkett, who looks at strike 3. That's McCaffrey's 3rd strikeout as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1-0, Chinooks on top. So bottom of the 2nd inning, Cole Fontanelli, the 3rd baseman, stands in here with to lead off in this 1-0 Chinook lead. Ben Weaver with a leadoff homer is how we've gotten the run on the board in this one. First pitch off the outside corner, called strike 1 anyways. It's 0-1. A lot of people in the chat tonight. Will Kelly's out and right. Abigail's in the chat. Go Chinooks. I love the Go Chinooks. It's a staple by Abigail. 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Not sure if you can hear the fan in the background. If there was no fan, we'd have no video because it is a warm one here, 67 degrees at first pitch, actually. Not a cloud in the sky, one of the first times in a while. It's been very nice. 0-2's chopped on the ground out to second for Kinsel Plunkett. Kinsel on a hop, picks it up, throws on to first for out number 1. Here in inning number 2, 4-3 put out is how this bottom half of the 2nd gets underway. Just like that, the right fielder Ty Johnson steps in. Ty Johnson and me are not related, despite having the same last name. I'm not sure if anybody was curious about that, but just putting it out there. So 1 out for Landon Cody out there on the mound as he turns, kicks, and fires. The first pitch, bunt attempt, called strike 1 as he pulled back, 0-1. Ty looked like he was going to try and get after it there, but the pullback didn't matter. It's because it was a strike regardless. So no balls and 1 strike from Landon Cody, who's out of the stretch tonight. Long blue sleeve out there. It's outside. Looks maybe even like a black sleeve shirt from up here, too. A lot of times in that red jersey, he wears the red long sleeve. Big long sleeve guy in the summer, which is, always an interesting choice, but I guess it just depends on feel. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Ty Johnson swings and misses at that one. 1-2. So 1-2 with 1 away. Landon's ahead in the count again. The log hold, turns, kicks, and fires the 1-2 in, which is chopped over to third for Jack Lawrence. Lawrence picks it up on a couple hops and throws for out number 2, so a 5-3 put out, and quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning for the Pilots. I still can't get over that foul ball hitting the moving car. I mean, if you think about it, that person got into their car, turned their car on, and started driving this way at the perfect moment. If they would have gotten in their car 10 seconds later or earlier, the ball would have missed them. 2 outs, first pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1 against Terrence Chiquita. Or no, just as Thomas McCaffrey. I messed the lineup up, but I wrote it in pen, so I can't erase it. So I have to just remember that this is not Terrence Chiquita. He's on deck. This is their catcher, Thomas McCaffrey. 0-1 home. Here it is. This outside ball 1-1-1. Left-handed catcher, or left-handed hitting catcher. Left-handed catcher you don't see. It's not a thing, really. Absolutely beautiful day. A little breeze out there blowing towards that left field. That one's lined over the jumping Patty McCormick into left field for a base hit. So McCaffrey's aboard for the Pilots' first hit of the night here with 2 away in the inning. And now the DH Terrence Chiquita stands in. 2 away, runner on first. Last time we were here, Taryn came in as a pinch hitter late in the game. Was quickly retired. Oh, 1 home, lifted out towards foul ground, towards that third baseman, Jack Lawrence. Lawrence battling the sun, puts it away for out number 3. So the 2-out base runner goes for nod as Taryn flies out to the third baseman. 1-0 already heading to the third inning. Chinooks on top here from Mulchacy Stadium on a beautiful afternoon here in Anchorage, Alaska. Top of the third here, getting set to get underway. 1-0. Ben Weaver is why this game is 1-0 here in this one. First pitch swinging. Promptly sent one over the left field fence for a home run, which was very impressive. It's actually, I think I see it out there. Unless somebody went and got it. Regardless, it's 1-0. First pitch swinging, Patty McCormick, the 8-hole hitter in this lineup, lifts that one to center. Good swing, but retired for out number 1 as Caden Kendall puts that one away. Junior college outfielder Alexander Saunier steps in here with 1 away in the inning. First pitch swinging Patty McCormick. So I would almost imagine Saunier takes, squares around a bunt, but the pitch is upstairs. It's ball 1, 1-0. 9-1. It was 8-9-1 here in the inning, but now with 1 out, 9-1. What we will for sure see is Alexander Saunier's hitting in that quote-unquote second leadoff spot at the 9-hole tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in the inning as that one's chopped foul. Off the front of a car out there, bounced and hit it. So no moving car was hit this time. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Zan as that one's lifted out of play. Another ball fouled back there. So it's 1-2 here with 2 outs in the inning. 1 out in the inning. They're all over the place on the scoreboard out there in right center. 1-2 Holmes, chopped hard to the ground over to first. Brian Webb picks it up, steps on the bag, 3 unassisted for out number 2. So quickly 2 are gone here in the inning, and just like that, the leadoff man Ben Weaver steps in, who, as I've mentioned, I think 4 or 5 times already, hit a home run his first time up on the first pitch of the game. I think it's safe to say that McCaffrey cannot just, or Fuller cannot just tuck a fastball by him or try to reach one back and throw one by him. Ben Newton from that left side, I would expect a breaking ball first pitch, and it's in there, strike 1, kind of same spot. Nothing in 1 to Weaver, downstairs 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 away in the inning. That one's upstairs, a ball, 2-1. Can't ask for much more weather-wise. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That one's waved at and missed. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild for the first time tonight here at the top of the 3rd. Just 1 hit aside. We're a pitch away from going to the bottom of the 3rd as Weaver swings and misses for out number 3. So Fuller's got 4 strikeouts already through 3 innings. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chinooks on top. It's 1-0. Bottom three about ready to get underway. 8-9-1 for the Pilots as well as the first pitch to the 8-0 hitter. Looks at a breaking ball, 1-0. Alex Seguin's at the plate. Second baseman for this Pilot squad. You just can't ask for weather much better than this. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's flipped out of play to the right side over to that actual full section of fans. It's 1-1. Yeah, people came out tonight. People showing out for the beautiful weather. Got some good baseball on hand. It's a Wednesday night. Might as well. One of the last games before playoffs start. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one just missing. 2-1. So it's 2-1 here to the leadoff man in the third inning, the 8-hole hitter. So that one just missing outside. Now Seguin way ahead in the count, 3-1. Three-one downstairs. It's a ball. It's ball 4. So a leadoff walk for the Pilots. Maybe try and get something going here in their half of the third inning as Brian Webb, the first baseman, steps in. You honestly can't ask for much more out of Landon Cody tonight, at least to this point. He's gone 2 strong innings, which at some points this season, starting pitching has struggled even to get that far. He's pitched a very fast, consistent game, not really messing around out there. First pitch to him, and there's strike 1, 0-1 to Brian Webb. Landon's been all the way up to 90 miles an hour this summer. That fastball's got some good life to it. Good lead over there by Seguin. 0-1. No outs in the inning. Check on Seguin. He kind of got him leaning. Aaron Judge just came out with a statement, very pleased about that Andrew Benintendi trade. So that one's outside. Good take there by Brian Webb. It's a ball, 1-1. 1-1 double play ball would be huge momentum for this Chinook squad, who've got it kind of rolling here early. Fuller's kind of gotten settled down after the leadoff homer. Check on Seguin, not in time. I tried before this last half inning to go get a hot dog, just a long line, which is not a bad thing. Just means a good amount of people are here tonight. I'd say well over 300 people are at the game tonight. 300, 400 people. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seguin over at first. Brian Webb at the plate. Long pause there by Cody on the mound. Check on him again. Good dig there by Matheson to keep that one in front. As Cody kind of spiked that one. One lifted out of play, so Cody ahead 1-2. So it's 1-2. Nobody out to the 9-hole hitter for the Pilots. Runner thought about it, but pulls back as that one's lifted to left, but fouling out of play. So we'll have to do it again at 1-2. Try it again from 1-2. Here it is. That one's flipped out towards left. Saunier coming on. He's going to get there to put it away for out number 1. So good hustle there by Saunier. Good read on that ball. Now the top of the lineup, Ben Newton will stand in for that left side of the batter's box. Newton grounded out on a bunt attempt his first time up, back to the mound. Curious to see Seguin run. Ty Beck did allow 4 runners to steal on him the other day. I guess him and the pitcher. I'm not going to blame it all on Ty, but there was 4 stolen bases last time Ty was behind the plate. So a little bit of a redemption day for him. See if he can gun out Seguin, who I would imagine might be running here pretty soon. First pitch, there he goes. The throw down to second. It's a good one. Does he get him? Patty can't hold on to it. And he's in there safely. Throw beat him. Just short hop. Couldn't be dug out at second base. So a steal of second by Seguin. Now they have a runner on second. Traditional double play is out of order. Throw absolutely beat him. It was a good throw there on the called strike one. Just a tough bounce to dig out. So 0-1 to Newton. That tying runner out there at second base. Here in the 3rd inning. Just outside, 1-1. One of the final times we're all together here on YouTube. Couple more games. Friday, Saturday are the last 2 of the season. Seems like we just started the other day. 1-1, ripped out to right. Is that going to stay fair? Just foul down the line. Thought for a minute it had a shot to stay fair, but proceeds to keep hooking down that line. So 1-2 with 1 away. Seguin will have to retreat back to second. And we'll try it again. So 1-2, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0, Chinooks on top. That one's flipped up to the left side now to play. So we'll do it again. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one just a bit off the outside corner. 2-2 here to Ben Newton. Not a bad pitch there by Cody. Try to get him chasing. After all these foul balls. And it'll just kind of turn to make sure he's not going anywhere before this next 2-2 pitch. Newton battling pretty good at the plate. Long hold. Here's the 2-2 to him as that one's flipped up to the left side. Racing over is Lawrence. Racing, but it's just out of play, foul. Sliding down that 3rd base line. Thought he had a shot at it, but he doesn't get over there in time. It was out of play anyways. It wouldn't have mattered. One of the first times this summer we've seen Kinsel Plunkett and Patty McCormick up the middle. This is not an everyday rotation for this squad. Beeman getting the night off tonight. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Newton at the plate still. Here's that one fouled back. So Newton putting together a really incredible at-bat. Just fighting everything off. Landon trying to put him away. So 2-2, 1 out. Ben Newton's ninth pitch of his at-bat. Here it comes. That one's lifted into center. Is that going to get down? Saunier and Weaver trying to come in. Sliding is Weaver, but it gets down in front of him. He knocks it down. That holds Seguin up at second long enough to not allow him to score. Still a base hit, so runners on the corners. Here with one away in the inning. That brings up Ali Camarillo, so a double play is going to be tough to turn. Ali can really run down that first baseline. Chinooks still on top, 1-0. Run on first, so there's Ben Newton. I wouldn't be shocked to see him run at 8 points. That ball's lifted a ton into center. Weaver's going back. Runner tags from third. He'll score easily. It'll be a tie game. So a sac fly and an RBI, and the Pilots have tied this thing up at 1 apiece. Good swing there by Camarillo. He got it up and deep out to center to tie this thing up here at 1 here in the third inning. So now 2 away. Good job there by Landon to try and limit the damage. That brings up the center fielder, Caden Kindle. Can't remember if I mentioned this earlier. He was one of my selections on my All-ABL team, as I get to choose. The head coach and the announcer are the two that get to pick the All-ABL squad. Can't vote for your own team as an announcer. And not everybody on every team is on the list either. Ben Weaver, Justin Greck were on the list. Maddox Ryan was as a DH. Zach Philos also on there, and Austin Young was a catcher. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Ryan Matheson was at third as an option. And I believe, yeah, Jack Lawrence was as well, but those were only the guys on the Chinooks that got an opportunity. That ball downstairs, it's 1-1. So I'm curious to know who makes the All-ABL team from the Chinooks. I don't think we will find out till after our season's over anyways. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon Cody, time's called. They're going to have to go check on him, make sure he's okay. And it looks like he's kind of laboring that arm of his, a throwing arm. I have to see if he stays in the ball game. Done a very solid job to this point in this one. So he is gonna stay in the game. I think, too much of his dismay, they're gonna try and give him a couple of warm-up pitches just to make sure he's all right. He did kind of look like he had some discomfort in his throwing arm before that pitch. Not bad there. Make sure he's all right. Yeah, Landon shaking his head yes, like he'll be okay. So Coach Beck came out to see him. And he'll trot back to the dugout alone. Cody will stay out there on the mound. Maybe just a little, just an awkward throw there. Who knows? Something that I'll watch for definitely as this game goes on. I think with that already in the back of Coach's mind, this will most likely seal the deal for his season. Tonight will be the last night he throws. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here, 2 outs in the inning. It's Caden Kindle. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. Two-one with 2 outs here, bottom 3. 1-1's the score. Pickoff attempt almost got him. 2-1, 2 outs here as that one's fouled off the end of his bat. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the inning. Looks like James Aaron or Timmy Watkins might be getting loose down there in the pen. Two and two. Let's see if Atlanta can get out of this. That one's ripped out over the jumping Kinsel. Plunkett into right center for a base hit. Rounding first on his way to second. He's going to stop there, but first to third goes Ben Newton. And now runners on the corners with 2 away here in the inning for the Pilots yet again. Boy, very quick start to the inning. Got 2 outs pretty quick, and now runners all over the place here. 2-1, or 1-1, Pilots lead. They don't lead, it's obviously tied. I'm just kind of talking. So Cole Fontanelli stands in. Davis Beavers down there. I don't know who's going to get loose. I would imagine James Aaron might be the first. First pitch just in there. Strike 1, 0-1 to Fontanelli. One's chopped on the ground over to second. Plunkett on a couple of hops, picks it up. The throw almost pulled him off the bag, but a good job there by Mathen to stick with it for out number 3. A very interesting 4-3 put out, as that's how this inning ends. But just like that, the Pilots tie this thing up at 1 aside. Landon Cody gets through the inning. Looks like his night might not be over. We had top of 4. Wow, top of 4 already. It's 1-1 here in this. Top 4, here we go. Tie game here in the top of the 4th inning. Pilots just tied this thing up last half. Chinooks trying to take that lead right back as we head here into the 4th. First pitch swing, that ball's chopped to the ground. Going to be a tough play. Cole Fontanelli all the way over to the shortstop side of the second base bag for out number 1. So for one pitch, geez, 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in this one. Jack Lawrence steps in after the first pitch out. Lawrence grounded out his first time and looks at strike 1 there, 0-1. So it's 0-1, 1 out. That one's down low, ball, 1-1. Ball's downstairs. It's 2-1. Two one downstairs, so 3-1. Jack way ahead in the count here. Three balls, one strike as that one's lifted into right center, shallow right center. Going back to Seguin, being called off by Johnson, who puts it away for out number 2. So quickly 2 are gone here in the top half of the 4th inning. Well, 2 away, Maddox Ryan stepping in. First pitch to Maddox in there on the outside corner, 0-1. Oh, one's a bit outside, making it 1-1. Here to Maddox. Maddox grounded out to second, his first time around. That one just missing the outside corner, putting Maddox in the driver's seat, 2-1. Here in the top of the 4th inning of this one. The wind to kick the pitch. Here's a 2-1 fouled back and out of play. 2-2 now. Here with 2 outs. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Maddox. Here's the pitch. That one's flipped out to left field. Is that going to get down? It looks like it'll hold up for Ben Newton to put away for out number 3. And we're already halfway through the 4th inning. It's 1-1. Tie game going bottom 4. Good sign for the Chinooks. Landon Cody back out there on the mound as Thomas McCaffrey steps in and swings at the first pitch and hits that one a mile out to left. Saulnier's running out of room. He looks up, and that ball's long gone. Wow, oh, wow, that was a long home run by Thomas McCaffrey on the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th. Just like that, the Pilots have a 2-1 lead here on this one. McCaffrey got a good hanging breaking ball and promptly deposited it over the left field fence on the first pitch of the at-bat. And welcome to the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 is the score. Ty Johnson steps in. As he looks at strike one, it's 0-1. Well, that ball has hit a ton out to left center field. Johnson tries to square one down and bite it down the third baseline, but it'll go foul, so 0-2. Johnson will have to retreat back to the plate, now down 0-2. So 0-2. Number 2 hitter in the inning. 5 hitter, 6 hitter in this lineup. One shot to the ground out to Kenzel at second. Picks it up, throws on to first. 4 out number 1, so a good bounce back there. For Landon. After the home run. Now with 1 away, that brings up Terrence Agita, the DH. First pitch to Seguida's ripped up the middle for a base hit. So first pitch swinging in this inning, and Seguida's aboard. Here with an out in the inning. Alex Seguin steps in, 1 away. Has a bit of action going on down there in that Chinook bullpen now. Looks like James Aaron's getting loose. With 1 out in the 4th inning. 2-1's the score. Pilots on top. That one just missing, down low, 1-0. Seguin walked and stole a base his last time up. Promptly came around to score a little while later. 1-0 in the dirt, gets behind the umpire. Seguida's going to try and take off. The throw by Beck in plenty of time, and he gets Seguida out at second base. So Seguida, not the fleetest of foot, tries to take second on the pass ball, but is gunned out by Ty Beck. For the second out of the inning. Good throw there by Ty as well to catch Seguida. So now the 2-0 home is outside, or inside, I guess, 3-0 to Seguin. That one's in there. It's a strike. It's 3-1. Seguida was taking, or Seguin was taking all the way. They've got Seguida, then Seguin back to back in the lineup, so a little bit of mix up there. 3-1, 2 outs to Alex Seguin. Downstairs, ball 4, and Seguin's aboard for the second time tonight with a walk. So with 2 outs, Brian Webb steps in. First pitch, runner kind of late steal. The ball gets almost into center field. Nobody was covering the bag. The throw wasn't a bad one. Just nobody really there to cover it. Just off the glove of Patty McCormick. Kind of a delayed steal, like I mentioned, a shuffle. And then he got after it to second. So now with 2 away, there's a runner on second here in the 4th. That one's popped up and out of play. So 1-1 here with 2 outs. Time called by Webb at the plate. So have to wait just a minute. So 1-1, 2 away here in the inning. Shot to the ground over to the first base side. It's going to be a play for Matheson, who steps on the bag for out number 3. So the Pilots get one on the leadoff homer here in the 4th. We enter the 5th inning. Pilots on top just by 1. It's 2-1 here in this one. First pitch swinging is Ryan Matheson out to right center, pretty deep, but nothing to show for it, as it's just going to be a long fly out to begin the top of the 5th. On a first pitch swinging for the Chinooks here in this one. Is now 1 away quickly. Brings up Ty Beck, the catcher. One downstairs, a ball, 1-0. 5, 6, and 7 here in this inning. Shot to the ground up the middle. Shortstop Ali Camarillo picks it up to throw to first in plenty of time. Out number 2, and quickly 2 are gone here in the top of the 5th. So 2 up, 2 down, brings up Kinsel Plunkett. Plunkett struck out looking his first time through. First pitch to him's inside, 1-0. That one's popped up in a foul ground over the first base side. Webb thinks he's got room, but he doesn't. It drops into the section of fans down the first base line. So 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs in the inning. Line to kick the pitch. Here it is. That one's down and away. 2-2. 2 outs. Is in there for strike 2, so I was wrong. I was a strike ahead. Now it's 2-2 with 2 outs. 2-2 to Kinzel. Here it is, as that one's down and away, just missing. Full count now to the 7-hitter in the Chinook lineup. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kinzel swings and hits that one on the ground. Now it's Ali Camarillo, the Gold Glover in my eyes, to throw to first in time. For out number 3, and just like that, we're halfway through this one. It's 2-1. Chinooks down to the Pilots here at Mulchacy Stadium. So top of the lineup for the Pilots, and they're going to be facing a new pitcher. It's going to be James Aaron. As Cody departs. And this one, after 4 strong innings, only giving up 2. 5 hits, 2 runs over 4. It's not a really bad outing at all. First pitch from Aaron, upstairs, ball 1. It's Ben Newton. Newton, 1 for 2 with a single in this one. Temperature starting to drop. Here's in this one. The wind's cooling everything off, especially up here in the box. My angle is tough with the way the sun's setting. So it's kind of a hard shadow we're seeing. 1-0, down and in, 2-0. So now 2 balls, no strikes. James Aaron trying to find the strike zone for the first time in this one. There it is, 2-1. Newton taking all the way. So 2-1. That breaking ball finds his zone. 2-2. So from 2-0 to 2-2 to the leadoff man from Fresno State University. Two just outside. Another breaking ball that time. Couldn't find the zone. Full count now. From the Corbin University, or from the Corbin Community College. Pitcher out there on the mound. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff man of the inning. That was lifted to left, but fouling out of play. So we'll have to do it again. Full count pitch out on the ground out to Kinzel Plunkett, who's got a bobble at the throw. Good job to stick with it for out number one. So not the prettiest of plays, but it's still a 4-3 putout to begin the inning. Off his glove, he charged it, got a short hop. Ball kicked up off his palm, barehands it in midair and through to first for the first out. So one away, Ali Camarillo steps in. Camarillo's 0 for 1, but does have a sac fly, which tied this thing up back in the third inning. First pitch to Camarillo on the outside corner, a strike, 1-0, or 0-1. Camarillo's sac fly was tagged to center, probably about 30, 40 feet from the center field fence. Definitely a long shot for sure. 0-1, check swing, no swing, ball 1, 1-1 now. Bottom 5 already here in this one. We're halfway home. Here's about an hour and 10 in. 1-1 pitch, good breaking ball in there for strike 2. It's now 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Line to kick the pitch. That one's chopped to the ground foul. So we'll have to do it again at 1-2. About an hour and 13 minutes in to be exact, really. Hour 19 into the broadcast itself. Knock on wood, we're on a much better pace than we were last time we came here. That was a 4-hour game, almost to the minute. 1-2 home, here's the pitch. Good pitch, looking for strike 3. Camarillo's down on strikes. He doesn't think so, but Aaron gets his first strike out of the game here for out number 2 in the bottom of the 5th. So with 2 away, the first pitch to Caden Kendall's looked at for ball 1. Mentioned earlier, Kendall's been a Chinook killer all summer long. 3 homers against this squad, including a game-tying one last time we were here. 1-0, fouled on the ground, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. I got a text just now saying that they believe in the Chinooks, which is a very, I like that a lot. Always got to have people believing in the Chinooks. James Aaron is calling time. I don't know what happened. Zach Cole's down the line with a shoe off. His hat's not on. I really don't know what just happened there. 1-1, called strike 2. Don't think Kendall was a big fan of the call. One, two, lifted out of play. So we'll try it again here to the Pilots' number 3 hitter in their lineup. The 1-2, 2-out pitch, chopped to the ground, over for Kinzel. Kinzel picks it up a little more smooth this time. The throw to first as Ryan holds his foot on the bag for out number 3 in the inning. So 1, 2, 3, go the Pilots. We already are heading to the 6th inning of play. 2-1's our score. Pilots on top. So top six starts with a Patty McCormick bunts tip down the third base side. Good play there by Cole Fontanelli for out number one. And that's how this inning gets underway. As now Alexander Sagne steps in. Looks at strike one. I had to use the restroom there, so I was kind of hustling back up those stairs. There's plenty of them. 0-1 fouled out of play. 0-2. Just trying to catch my breath because, of course, Patty would absolutely bunt first pitch. I mean, why wouldn't he? And now we've got 0-2, 1 out already, and it seems like I've just been up here. So nothing in 2, 1 out. That one's waved at in this. Strike 3. Alexander Sagne's down on strikes. Doesn't happen very often. And now back to the top of the lineup, Ben Weaver. So with 2 away in the inning, Ben Weaver steps in. Has been the only run of the game. It was a first pitch home run back in the first inning. Leadoff homer for Ben Weaver, and nothing since. First pitch to him, down and away. Ball 1, 1-0. Now Weaver went opposite field with that one too, kind of over that 71 sign out there. 1-0 is looked at for ball 2. Now 2-0 to center fielder for the Chinooks. Now 3-0 to the leadoff man. So 3-0 pitch. Let's see if he's swinging. No way. 3-1 here with 2 outs in the inning. Three-one outside, so the leadoff man in the Chinooks lineups aboard here with 2 away in the inning. So Will Kelly steps up with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Opportunity to maybe get something going. Weaver over at first. The first pitch outside, ball 1. Kelly grounded out to third his last time up. He's also struck out. He's 0 for 2. 1-0. Check on Weaver at first. Nothing doing. That's the first base runner of the game for the Chinooks all game long. For, of course, Weaver homered, so technically that is a base runner, but there's nobody been on base all night long because he hit the homer, he scored all on the same pitch. 1-0 is a strike. It's 1-1. So Weaver's the only one to reach base for this Chinook squad. Well, Kelly trying to get something going. "17 straight batters were retired before Weaver reached base there. Third time through the lineup here. Another check on Weaver. Nothing happening. So 1-1 to Will Kelly. Long hold, the pause, the pitch. That's in there for strike 2. So Kelly down to the count now, 1-2. Pick on Weaver. He goes. They're going to have him on a rundown. The throw down to second's going to get him. So Weaver's caught stealing, and that'll end the inning. We head now to the bottom of the 6th. Pilot's still on top in this one. It's 2-1. Well, it's bottom 6 already. Pilots on top in this one. It's 2-1, and that brings up Cole Fontanelli. First pitch to Fontanelli's popped up on the left side. Is that out of play? It is. 0-1. So it's 0-1 to Fontanelli as James Aaron out there on the mound throws ball 1-1. Fontanelli 0 for 2, a couple of groundouts to second here in this one. That one's flipped up to the left side. Foul, 0-1-2. So I'm not setting, but it is out of our view. Down that right field line, kind of like just to the right of that foul pole. So 1-2, nobody out. That pitch upstairs, not a bad one by Aaron. 2-2. Two balls, two strike to Fontanelli. Breaking ball, missing outside. Full count now to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th. Three balls, two strikes, nobody out. Fontanelli at the plate looks at ball 4, and Fontanelli's aboard to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Leadoff walk brings up Thomas McCaffrey. McCaffrey homered his last time up, promptly first pitch swinging, and that's been the last run we've seen to this point. In the 4th inning of this one. 6 hits only through the game. Not many other base runners as well. Only 9 base runners to this point for both sides. First pitch, runner goes. Pitch upstairs. The throw by Beck's a good one, but not in time. Just on the bag. The throw was right on the money. Just beat it. Good time to steal, and Fontanelli has a stolen base. Traditional double play out of order. So 1-0, nobody out. Nobody warming up for the Chinooks either. Not that they should be. Hold by Aaron, checks his runner. Runner goes. That pitch outside. Beck can't handle the ball behind the plate, so he'll have back-to-back stolen bases on 2 straight pitches. How about that? Now there's a runner on third after a leadoff walk 2 pitches ago. That one was taken on the pitcher for sure. I don't think he would have had a shot to get him anyways. But now it's 2-0. Infield in here with nobody out in the inning as that one's ripped into left center. That's going to bring in the run. And that's going to be an RBI double for Thomas McCaffrey as he'll put the brakes on it. It won't be a double, actually just a single. So have yourself a day, Thomas McCaffrey, a home run and an RBI single. And it's 3-1 Pilots here in this one. So how about that? The leadoff walk, 2 stolen bases. And then next pitch is promptly sent into left center. Now it's 3-1 as Ty Johnson comes in. Johnson 0 for 2 from that left-handed side. Tempted to see if they check on that runner. They will. Nothing doing, though. So Aaron on the mound. Runner on first is the catcher McCaffrey, checking on him a couple of times. Long hold, Wine the kick, the pitch, gets away from Beck, but it luckily hits the umpire's leg and stays where he's put. So it's 1-0 to Ty Johnson. Johnson playing right field tonight. He's played right field a few times against the Chinook squad all year. Back out there tonight. Pretty good right fielder as well. Hasn't had many problems. That one's downstairs now 2-0. So bad to worst here in this one. 9 pitches, 1 strike, 8 of them have been balls, and the only one that was a strike was hit into left center. Two and 0 with nobody out here, bottom 6. 3-1's our score. Line the kick, the pitch. That one's just missing. Now 3-0 to Johnson. I would imagine it's Kalen Haynes who would come in next. Maybe Philos as well might be available depending on the situation. Timmy, I think, is supposed to be available tonight if needed, but he will probably be pitching Friday night here against this Pilot squad. So it's a 3-ball, no strike count. Runner stays put. That one finds the zone. 3-1. So 3-1 with nobody out here in the 6th inning with a run already in. Runner on first is Ty Johnson, or is Thomas McCaffrey. Runner goes. 3-1 downstairs, ball 4, so it doesn't matter. Second walk of the inning. Things get interesting with Taryn Shigita at the plate. Shigita singled up the middle, but was caught stealing a little bit later his last time up. Time will be called. Chris Beck's going to go out there to talk to James Aaron. Temperature is cooling off. I did not bring my jacket up here with me. I should have. Just based on the conditions we're having. So it's bottom 6. There's runners on first and second here in a 3-1 game. Pilots on top. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th for the Pilots. And the only run coming, like I've mentioned so many times, a leadoff homer by Ben Weaver. Is how this game got underway. So Shigita stands in as Beck back to the dugout. Aaron trying to get out of this. Corners are in case Shigita squares around. He's not going to, but he swings first pitch, 0-1 out of play. Foul ball. Shigita looks like he's going to be swinging away here with nobody out. Runners on first and second in the 6th. Opportunity for the Pilots to really put themselves way out in front in only this 2-run game. Breaking ball catches the zone, 0-2. Would be a huge first out. And, of course, more of an opportunity for the Chinook squad to get out of this with a double play ball. Got to get this batter first. 0-2 to him. Long hold. Aaron's pitch is ripped into center right at Ben Weaver. He's going to come in, make a sliding catch. Good job there by Weaver. Got knocked down a little quicker than I thought it would for out number 1. Good play there by Ben Weaver. So with 1 out, Alex Seguin steps in. Maybe now they might square around a bunt. Seguin's walked both times he's been up to the plate. First pitch squared around, takes ball 1 though. 1-0. Three to 1, Pilots on top. Here at the bottom of the 6th. 1 out in the inning. 8-9-1, or at least 8-9. Will be seen in this inning. Fly ball into center. Is that going to get down? It is. It is going to get down in front of Weaver. They're going to wave that runner in. Will Kelly's going to pick it up. The throw in is going to be cut off. No one's going to be out. Matheson cut it off. A run comes in to score, and now it's 4-1. Pilots on top. I don't think no matter who picked that ball up out there in right center field was going to be able to get that runner at home. RBI single for Alex Seguin, and now Brian Webb steps up with runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out in the inning. Infield playing in again. It's still only a 3-run game, but 2 more runs could really start to put this one out of reach here as we get kind of later into the game. Only 9 more outs for the Chinooks. Hold by Aaron. First pitch downstairs, ball 1. Boy, I tell you what, Aaron's got to come set. That was not much of a set. I think Kinzel might have said something to him. If he doesn't come set, we could find ourselves in a balk situation pretty quick, which would not be good because that would bring in a run. A little bit longer of a hold there by Aaron. That pitch outside, 2-0. So 2-0, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th of this 4-1 Pilots lead. Aaron steps off the back of the mound. Kalen Haynes is getting loose out there in the pin. 2-0 home. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped out to right. Racing over is Will Kelly, but he's not going to get there. It drops in front of him. 2 runs are going to come in to score. It's a 6-1 game coming off the 2 RBI single by Brian Webb. And the Pilots are starting to pour it on here in this inning. Boy, what a swing. That ball was inside, and Webb got his hands to it very nicely. Pulled that one down the right field line and dropped it in to allow both runners to score. Runner at second was kind of right on the heels of that runner at third who was tagging. So both scored very easily, and now 1 out in the inning. Runner on first. The top of the lineup, Ben Newton steps in, which, oh boy, things get a little more interesting with these power hitters coming up behind him. One out. Webb on first. First pitch, no pitch. It's going to be a pickoff. Nothing doing. One out in the inning. That one just catching the outside corner. 0-1. Newton shakes his head in disgust. It's 0-1. That ball was outside for sure. I agree with Newton there. Of course, I'm coming from a biased hitter standpoint. The ball's one strike. That one's ripped into center field by Newton. Weaver's going over to his right, still going. It's going to get down into left center field. All the way to the wall. It's going to bounce around out there. They're going to wave that runner Webb in. Here's the throw from McCormick. Here's the play, not in time. Runner advancing to third. It's going to be a double with an advancement on the throw. But now it's 7-1 with a runner on third base here with only one out still in the inning. RBI for Ben Newton. And this game is starting to get out of reach, 7-1 with only one out. So infield still in for the Chinooks. Runner on third. Ali Camarillo at the plate, who's got an RBI via a sac fly earlier in the game, back in the third inning. His first pitch swinging over the jumping Jack Lawrence's glove, and boy, they're pouring it on now. 8-1. Ali Camarillo rounds first. The throw into second's not in time. An RBI double. Back-to-back RBI doubles for the Pilots, and now 8-1's our score. A 6-run inning, and Chris Beck out to get James Aaron out there after allowing 6 here in the inning. That'll be all. Man, Pilots just got hot, and there was nothing you could do about it. Caden Kendall will be next to face Kalen Haynes. So we're going to step aside, let Haynes get loose in this 8-1 Pilots lead. So Kalen Haynes, his first assignment will be Caden Kendall here with 6 in the inning already. 8-1, bottom 6. First pitch to Kendall's outside, a ball, 1-0. Last time Caden Kendall faced Kalen Haynes, there was a 3-run shot that tied this thing up at 8 apiece, excuse me, in the 9th inning. Last time out here. 1-0's downstairs, 2-0. That was a 7-4 game. Just getting my scores all the way wrong. Kendall hit a ball that absolutely was was crushed. So not the first time Kendall's had success against the Chinook team either, but we have seen it in this matchup before. 2-0s outside, 3-0, so a little bit of danger already. Three and O's looked at for strike one. Now 3-1 with one out in the inning. Three balls, one strike to Caden Kittle. Got to be careful. Can't lay it right down the middle. That one's lifted up and out of play to the right side. Now full. So 3-0 to 3-2. Good job by Kalen to get back into this thing. Three balls, two strikes, one out here in the inning. Haynes gets the sign, comes set, checks his runner. Pickoff attempt, nothing doing at second. Three-two to Kendall. Flip foul to the right side, now to play, so we'll have to do it again at 3-2. Three balls, two strike to Kendall. That one's fouled away, so good job by Kendall. Now 8 pitches in the at-bat. Number 9 coming. Already Haynes having to work. First batter he faces. 3-2 again. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4 to Kendall. And he's aboard. Here now 8-1 as Cole Fontanelli steps in, this time from the right-handed batter's box, facing a left-handed pitcher. First pitch to Fontanelli, he's outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Outside ball 2. 2-0 to the second batter. Haynes is facing. Two balls, no strikes. That one's ripped into left. It's going to be a base hit. They're going to hold that runner at third, though. Good throw by Saunier back in. So now it's just bases loaded. For Thomas McCaffrey. And McCaffrey, to this point, got himself a homer and a single. RBI single at that. I think he's 3 for 3. Yeah, he is. 3 for 3. 2 singles and a homer. 2 RBIs and a chance for at least one more out there at third base here with one out in the 6th inning. First pitch almost to the backstop. Good job by Beck to reach up and get that one. So 1-0, one out. Here in inning number 6. One's outside, 2-0. He's in danger here. Patty coming out to talk to Kalen just to kind of calm him down. Kalen's a big fan of love on love from teammates, just to kind of relax out there. I like the head movement by Kalen just to kind of get his swagger back. So Patty back to his position at short. And now with one away and a 2-0 count, Haynes with a deep breath. Two balls, no strike, one out. One's in there for a strike. Now 2-1. Breaking ball finds the zone. So 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's flipped into left. Is that going to say fair? No, it won't. Foul. As time's called, oh boy, that might have hit a fan. Oh no, just flipped down the third base line. So I think a fan might have gotten hit down that line. Oh boy. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, man. That's tough. And, you really feel for Thomas McCaffrey. There's just nothing you can do, but you can't help but blame yourself for those kinds of things as a hitter. Oh, man. She is sitting up, which is a good sign. Looks like they're going to get her some ice. I'm not sure where they're saying it got her. She's pointing to the top of her head, so prayers for her. Jeez, that's going to eat me up, man. I'll be honest with you. Man. Anyways, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. As they get some ice to that little girl down that third base line. Oh, man. Ball gets in the dirt, so it's ball 3, so full count. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. One's ripped into center. Weaver coming on. It's going to drop down in front of him for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold that runner at third. It's a 9-1 game here with an RBI by Thomas McCaffrey. His 3rd RBI of the game. Now it's 9-1 as Ty Johnson steps in. First pitch upstairs, a ball, 1-0. One-oh's lifted into right center and hit well. Racing backs Kelly. He's not going to get there. It's going to bounce down in the track. 1 run, 2 runs are going to score easily. They're going to wave that third run around. Runner goes into third. No throw. It's a 3-run triple. And oh boy, the Pilots are pouring it on here in the 6th inning. It's now 12-1. The Pilots just can't stop hitting. As that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 base runners who have, oh boy. Wow, you know what's crazy? I just now remembered that this inning started with a walk and then back-to-back stolen bases. James Aaron. 10 guys have gotten on base, and all 10 have came to score. So time will be called. Chris Beck back out there for the 3rd time of the inning. It's 12-1. From what I can see, the little girl who was hit by that foul ball is doing much better. Seems to be standing up over there. But time's going to be called. That'll be it for Kalen Haynes. 12-1's our score, still with 1 out in the inning. Seven guys since their first out have reached base. 1 out in the innings. Looks like it's going to be time for Zach Philos out there on the mound. And we'll take a break to let Philos get loose here in the 6th inning of this one. 12-1, Pilots on top.
Your attention please now touching the person notice from the National University number 16, Zach Philos.
So Zach Philos, who's been a very good pitcher for the Chinooks all season, comes on here in this 12-1 game. And now with 1 out runner on third, realizing now that the Chinooks are going to have to score next inning, otherwise this game will be over. So they were down 2 coming into the inning. A 10 spot here in the 6th has put them down by 11. They have to score 2 runs now next half inning. First pitch from Philos is outside, a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Was lifted out a play to the right side, so 1-1 with 1 away here in the inning. 7 straight batters have reached for the Pilots. 10 have scored in the inning. One and one from Philos is off the plate outside. 2-1. Two ones popped up on the infield. Philos hustling over. Beck calling him off. He puts it away. Nobody's covering home. Runner from third thought about it. I did too. But he'll retreat back to the bag. So 2 away now. As Alex Aguine steps in with 2 outs and a runner on third. Two outs, first pitch to Seguines, ripped to second over the glove of Kinsel, plunking into right center. It's an RBI single for Alex Seguine, and even though they got an out in between, they're going to keep pouring it on now. 11 runs here in the inning, makes it 13-1, Pilots lead. Brian Webb steps in, the GCU first baseman. 2 outs in the inning. He's 1 for 3 with 2 RBI single his last time up as check swing fouled back to the screen. 0-1. So 0-1, 2 outs. Brian Webb swings at that one, chops to the ground, fouled on that first baseline. 0-2 now. So Chinooks finally a pitch away from getting out of this after 11 runs have crossed the plate in the inning. Philos comes set, the hold. Long hold, 0-2 home. Here it is. Check swing, flipped down the left field line. Almost stayed fair, but it's foul. It's still 0-2. Two, 3, 4 will be up for the Chinooks next half inning to try and keep this game alive. Gonna have to score 3 in the inning, at the very least. 0-2 home is hit on the ground to the right side. That might get through. Kinsel over there, good range. The throw, got him. So a 4-3 put out finally stops the bleeding. Man, 8 hits, 11 runs, and the Chinooks are now down 13-1. 3 runs to keep this thing afloat here in this 13-1 game.
Pilot dogs and pretzels half off while they last. If you have blue ticket number 654207, blue ticket number 654207, blue ticket number 654207, please go pick up your prize from the souvenir stand. If you have red ticket number 069514, red ticket number 069514, red ticket number 069514. Congratulations, you've won $242. Please pick it up from the pilot souvenir stand. Your attention, please. Your attention, please, now pitching for your Glacier Pilots out of West Virginia, number 12, Blaine Traxel. Leading off the top half of the seventh for the Chinooks, the right fielder from East Texas Baptist University, number 14.
So Will Kelly leads off the bottom of the seventh inning, or top of the seventh inning, excuse me, and the Chinooks need 3 runs to keep it alive. First pitch swinging is Kelly. It's 0-1. West Virginia pitcher out there on the mound. As that one's hit in the air out to left field. Left fielder Newton out there puts it away for out number 1 here in the top of the seventh. Man, 11 runs in the bottom half of the inning. Changed this game in a big way. Chinooks were hanging around, and then Pilots just caught fire and never looked back. If this is the last half inning, the next time we see each other, it'll be in the same place as that one's grounded on the third. Lawrence is retired for out number 2. 5-3 put out. The next time we're together, it'll be the second to last game of the year on Friday of this week. 7 o'clock start here for Mulchacy, playing the Pilots again. So one last crack at these guys on Friday. 2 outs in the inning, brings up Maddox Ryan. First pitch, 0-1. That one's outside, 2-1. Balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here to Maddox Ryan, who hits that one on the ground up the middle for a base hit. So Maddox Ryan keeps the inning alive, and the game alive, really, here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Ryan Matheson steps in with 2 away. 0-1 to Matheson with Ryan off at first, who's going to go, and that one's fouled away, so Max is going to have to retreat back to the bag. Now 0-2, here with 2 outs in the inning. Chinooks down to their final strike here in this one. Long hold, the turn, the kick, the pitch outside. Runner's going to advance to second, no throw, so a defensive indifference. That's what that'll be called, not a stolen base. So 1-2, runner on second. 2 away. Maddox probably going to be going here. He's not. That one almost had him chasing. 2-2 to Matheson. Two balls, 2 strikes as that one's lifted out of play. So we'll have to do it again at 2-2. Fouled away again, so we'll have to try it again at 2-2. Here we're 2 away. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one's fouled back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Matheson fouling it back, so we'll do it again. Two and two to Ryan Matheson. Here's the pitch. Hit a ton out to left, racing back to left fielder Newton, who's going to camp underneath it and put this one away, and that'll end the game. 13-1 in a very wild ending. It was 3-1 before the bottom of the 6th came around, and the Pilots just couldn't stop scoring. They tacked on 11, and that'll be that as this ball game is over. Final score 13-1, Pilots on top. Next game out will be the second to last of the year for the Chinook squad. 13-1's the final. I'm your host, Calvin Johnson. We hope to see you guys on Friday night back here at Mulchacy Stadium.